Here are some benefits of pattern making. Pattern making is more precise and accurate. This is because the technique involved in pattern making comes with very clear instructions that are easy to follow. The knowledge of pattern making enables you to calculate and estimate how much fabric or lining that you're going to be needing for a particular project. I'm sure some of you have encountered this kind of issue. For example, let's say you are working on a project and you buy 4 yards of lining, and when you are done with the garment, you discover that you only used 2 yards of that lining and then you have 2 yards left over. Knowledge of pattern making can easily help you calculate how much lining you need so that you can save your money and also save wastages. Pattern making saves your fabric from unnecessary wastage. This is because patterns are simply paper templates that you can use to cut out your dress. Patterns will enable you to fold your dress to the width of the paper so that you can cut and reduce the amount of wastages that you're going to have. Patterns can be tested and verified before cutting them out, transferring them to fabric, and sewing. You can verify places like the side seam of the front bodies and the side seam of the back bodies to check if they are well aligned. You can also do the same thing by verifying the side seam of the front skirt to the side seam of the back skirt. Pattern making is a very useful and good tool for experimentation. For example, if you want to try out a new design, you want to come up with a new design, pattern making is something you can use to experiment in order to come up with a pattern for that design. Pattern making can also be used to experiment complex designs. For example, a customer brings a dress to you and that style is very complex. You've never tried something like that before. Pattern making can be used as a tool for experimentation so that you can run a few samples before moving to the actual project itself. This saves you from cases of what I ordered for, what I got. When you are involved in pattern making, you can easily spot mistakes from the pattern making process and you can also correct those mistakes. However, when you're also sewing and you encounter error, those errors can be traced back to the patterns, thereby allowing you to come up with reasonable solution for those mistakes. Because your pattern templates are drafted on paper, that makes them very durable if you keep them well. That means you can use your patterns over and over and over and over and over and over 2,000 years later, over and over and over again. Especially if you engage in ready-to-wear or mass production, you would find it very, very useful. For example, if you want 50 pieces of size 8 blouses, you can get those 50 pieces of that size 8 by drafting only one pattern. Imagine if you were doing freehand, that means you'd have to draft 50 times. It's going to be very cumbersome. So in that regard, pattern making will save you a lot of stress. If you like what I do, click the like button and follow me for more content.